Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Ginger. Our channel is called Just Ginger Here, where we like to focus on anything we can Disney related. Now, in the beginning of the year, which was what, 3 days ago, I said I wanted to do a little thinking outside of the box, no pun intended, but meaning I said I didn't want to focus on box openings. I wanted to do other things, but still keep it focused on Disney. Again, maybe some Harry Potter, maybe some other fandoms, but you know, mostly Disney. Anyway, so what I am bringing to you today is what I like to call the first installment of Let's Make It Disney Monday, which means every other week I'm going to do a craft that is Disney inspired. And on the off weeks, the other weeks, I'm going to do cooking from that Disney cookbook I was using last year. So every Monday, you're going to have some sort of let's make it, whether it be a craft or whether it be food, Disney style. Today is the craft day. Thankfully, because I've got cardstock in front of me and no food. All right. So this right here, this is just a bunch of paper, cardstock. We're going to take that. This fancy, I'm going to call it a quilling tool. I've never heard of one of these, nor have I ever used one until this project. We're going to take my silhouette. We're going to use my silhouette program, and we're going to make a boatload of these. Oh wait, that's probably not a very good color to use as a backdrop now, is it? We're going to just make a boatload of these. You say, Ginger, what are these things? Well, let me just tell you. You take your little quilling tool, and I know I won't be able to do this, but you get it just right to where there's like an opening in it. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it's like a needle. It's been compared like a needle. And you literally, let me get it here. I need my eyes, my old lady eyes. Okay, so you just like feed it in. You see how I kind of got it in there? And you take this and you just start turning. And you just want to follow along, keeping the edges at the same exact height or whatever. And you just turn and you turn and you turn and you turn and you turn. And oh my God, you keep turning until this is done. Well, I might as well just show you now. So I'm going to just go real fast, okay? Because I want to show you to the end. Oh my Atlanta. Anyway, so you get all the way down here. Okay, I can't do any more. And you have these. So one of these turns into one of these. A little rosette, if you will. So again, imagine taking this, curling it up so tight that it looks like that when you're all said and done. And that's what we're going to do about 90 plus times. So, oh, and then you'll need a glue gun, because at the end of every single one of these, when you get all done and it's really tight, there's this little flap right here that when it's all curled up, you literally hot glue and then it holds it together. And I'll show you on this one. Might be a little messy, I'm sorry. See that little flap right there? And that kind of holds all of it together. Again, a lot of work, a lot of twirling, and then you just dab it with a little bit of hot glue, stick it together, and yes, the hot glue burns. Okay, so we're gonna take, again, all this paper, using my silhouette, we're gonna cut out these little guys to make these little guys, and at the end, we will have a really cool piece of wall art that you can display in your home. Okay, here we are at my silhouette studio where I have purchased these designs off Etsy. Now we're going to take some of that paper and we're going to take it to our silhouette machine. But first we have to stick it to our adhesive pad, and you make sure you get a really good stick before you put it in the machine. Here I am stumbling with the machine. Definitely want to load it in. Load, 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 load. All right, so we go back to the silhouette, and we are then going to make sure all of our settings are right. We're going to go down here and we're going to hit send. And it will make some god-awful noises. Listen to this. Yep. And then it will cut. I have it at 8 times the speed right now. And here we are with the finished product. I need to take it off the really sticky mat here, and you can see the cuts I made were really, really good. I have them on really good cut so I don't mess anything up. So here we are just trying to get it off the sticky mat. And I did this, like it says here, probably 20 times. Probably more. Now we're going to remove each one of the designs by hand very delicately as to not rip each one of these. Again, I had to do probably 90 of these little designs to make about 90 rosettes to only use about 50 of them. Yep, I had to do this about 20 times as well. And again, probably more. Here we are in my craft room where I have been wrapping and wrapping. I don't even know how many of these little rosettes I did, but I did a ton. My hands started going numb. I was sitting here for hours just wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. And guess what? And I kept wrapping and I kept wrapping. All right, so now we're going to get ready to move on to actually start assembling the project. So here we go. I don't know if you guys can tell from this angle, but that is going to be a Mickey head. The ears are up here just out of screenshot, but as you can tell, I'm still rolling. I'm still rolling. Oh my gosh, and more rolling and more rolling, you guys. This was so tedious, but I loved the end product. So now that we have all the pieces and parts laid out, it's time to start securing each little rosette, if you will, to the Mickey head outline. As you can see, I worked my way from the bottom up. Next time, if I ever do this again, I will do the entire outline first. Yes, you guys saw right. This is day 2. I had literally worked on this for like 7 hours. And I ran out of paper, so I called it a night. So I had to go back, and guess what? I had to make more. I had to make more paper rosette thingies. Oh my gosh, you guys. Anyway, so here I am. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep rolling, 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 and I'm just going to go until I can't go anymore. Now, when you roll these guys, you want to get them really, really super tight, really tight. Now, again, roses don't grow like this in nature. So when you get them really good and tight, you want to give them a quick little drop here. And you see how they open up to make it look like an actual rose. Don't let them open up too much or they get kind of cattywampus and loose. And then you just repeat the process. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Oh my goodness, you guys. And we're almost done here. So now it's time to start assembling the actual art piece. I've got some white cardstock that I've placed on the foundation of the shadow box that I'm going to create here. It had some white paper already in the shadow box, so I actually glued it down, or should I say tape glued it down so it didn't go anywhere, and I'm going to show that right now. And then I wasn't sure how to adhere the white cardstock to the actual paper, so I decided to use my glue gun. It's got to be sturdy enough to hold that gigantic Mickey head on there. Oh yeah, and the Post-it notes are covering up the name of the person that I've already fixed to that paper. All right, here we go with the hot glue. You guys, I am so nervous because I don't know if this is going to work or not. Spoiler, it does not work, but you're going to see right here in a minute. I drop glue off camera right onto my thumb, and then I panic a little bit, set my hand in glue over there, and then get more glue on me. It was just a fiasco. Anyway, so as I told you just a moment ago, this does not work. I don't know if I took too much time, but the glue was super tacky and it didn't smear the way I wanted it to. And in this moment, I'm in full panic mode because I just don't know what I'm going to do. I only have one backer board right there, and it was crinkly and crunchety and made all kinds of noise. And right where my hand just went there, there's a big crease over there. You can see it right there. And I was just distraught. But I said, you know what? Keep swimming, and just make it work. And there I go, making it work. Some kind of sort of measurements to see if it's centered, and then I just blow it all to high heaven right here. But it did come out, you guys. Again, I don't know if hot glue was the best to stick this to the cardstock, but it did work. Ran out of glue there, and of course everything's getting cool. Anyway, so here we go. We're getting a little glue happy, but I wanted to make sure that it was going to stick. Again, this is going in a shadow box that will be hanging on the wall, and the last thing you want is for that to fall off the cardstock. All right, let's start putting it in the shadow box. Don't forget to remove your Post-it notes. Those will look kind of silly in the shadow box. And you'll see here the name of the little gentleman that will be getting this. It will be Baby Liam. All right. Let's put it in the shadow box, make sure it's all locked up nice and good, and time for the big reveal. And here you go, guys, the finished product, Baby Liam's Mickey head. Wow, that was a long process. All right, you guys, so we're going to call this craft done. We're going to pack it up and send it off to its recipient. And what I want you guys to do is remember, every Monday, we're going to come in here and we're either going to do a craft or we're going to cook from that Disney cookbook I have. Let's hope all crafts aren't as intricate as this. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Remember, do everything safely so you can come back to me. And remember, have the courage to be kind. Ta-ta for now.